This is a 2007 Dodge Ram 3500 with a 5.9. Just doing the front differential gasket replacement and fluid. There is a small leak, so I did get the gasket already. What I'm using is a deep 13mm socket to get most of these lower bolts off. Then I have a short 13mm socket, which I could get those top ones off easily. I also have a wrench just in case. I do have a small pry bar, a drain pan, and then I just jacked it up a little bit here on the frame just to kind of lift it up because I'm laying on a creeper. But if you're on the ground, you probably won't need to lift the truck up at all. So I did crack loose most of these already. These are only torqued down to, I think, like 30 foot-pounds. So they're relatively easy to get off. But also having an extended flex head ratchet makes it so much easier to kind of get in there the way that it's angled. So once you get these all cracked loose, I'm going to leave like the top three on, and I'm going to remove pretty much all of these. I am going to switch over to my electric ratchet impact. Looks like they had some thread locker on these from the factory, because this has not been replaced. This truck, I believe, has like 170,000 miles. Uh-oh. Better have your drain pan there ready to catch that. So I'm literally just going to let that drain there for a while. But now's a good time too, if you want to catch some of this fluid maybe in a cup and inspect it. Look for any like metallic shavings. This fluid looks in really good condition. So now once you get that off, now is a good time to clean up around it. I'm just using a shop towel, not a rag, but I'm also going to get a towel and kind of wipe in there. I have a clean towel. So once you have the cover off, compare your old gasket to your new one. So I did get this one from Dodge. So you want to make sure that you line everything up. I'm going to show the part of cleaning this up, but I do have some brake cleaner, and I also have some engine degreaser. I'm just going to clean this up pretty quickly and put the new gasket back on, and then we'll reinstall this. So once you get your cover all cleaned up, I got a wire brush and I scraped mine up pretty good, and I cleaned around all my edges. I went through all of my holes. I cleared out all of those thread holes right there, and I scraped off the back of the cover too. I got a lot of that buildup off. It was quite dirty. Installing the new gasket, make sure you install it right. Mine actually has some like witness marks right here of where the old one was. So I'm gonna attempt to get this started with 2 bolts. That way my gasket's lined up. Once you get, I kind of find it easier to do at least 2 if you could get more, but I at least try to get 2 lined up. That way the rest will pretty much follow. And then so make sure your threads are clean. You could put some thread locker on here. I'm not gonna do so. I am gonna torque this down. The torque spec's only about 30 foot-pounds. It's not much. If you don't have a torque wrench, I wouldn't worry about it. Make sure you get them on there nice and tight though. Just make sure that you start every single one of these by hand before you start wrenching on them or putting anything, any electric impact or electric ratchet or anything like that on them. So typically what I do is almost the same way I would tighten down lug nuts on a tire. It'd almost be like a star pattern. So I'm going to basically kind of do like a crisscross. You know, I'll tighten up maybe that one first, and then I'll go up here and get this one nice and tight. Same thing down here. So I'm just going to torque these down to 30 foot-pounds. If you're unable to do that, just make sure that you tighten them really, really good, nice and tight with your ratchet. And then to fill it, I just grabbed my ratchet 3/8 drive and loosen that up, and then I'll fill it up real quick. I have a hose that I'll use. So if you're going to torque them down, torque them. If not, get them on there really nice and tight with your ratchet, and then I'll show you how to fill it. Once you get them tightened down, you're going to take that cover off. And so this holds about 2.2 liters of gear oil, 7590 synthetic. LS has a limited slip additive in it. You're going to have a hard time trying to fill this differential up like that. So I got a small hose. So So once you got this filled up, everything's tightened back down. This is done. This is a pretty quick, easy job. I did buy 3 of these. This holds about 2.2 quarts, and I bought 3 of them. They were on sale. They're like 10 bucks each, maybe 9. So just wipe everything down and then verify. I would run the truck and then verify that you have no more leaks, at least coming out of this. And that is how you replace the gasket and fluid on a 2007 Dodge Ram 3500. Don't forget to like and subscribe.